what happens when fishermen reel in more than just fish. Things no one was ever supposed to witness. From bizarre sea creatures to once-in-a-lifetime encounters. These unbelievable moments prove the ocean is still full of secrets. Brace yourself for the unexpected in 1 hour of Fishermen, capturing what no one was supposed to see, Part 3. This man is just trying to enjoy the beach when suddenly he encounters strange creatures near the shore. Upon finding the strange animal, he immediately records it and uploads it to a popular streaming site. The footage you are about to see is shocking.
Por la mayoría, pero hay ocasiones que nos da la respuesta a nuestras preguntas. Y es que en una publicación donde decía, mi amigo, el Demogorgón no existe.
This is a bearded worm goby, lurking in murky waters. This small serpent-like creature moves with unsettling ease across the sand. Its beady eyes and fleshy beard give it an eerie appearance, like something pulled from a forgotten nightmare at the bottom of a shallow lagoon.
Salió de un libro de Lovecraft, es de Stranger Things, entre muchas opciones similares. Sin embargo, poco tiempo después obtuvimos la respuesta. Un joven...
Its strange features and slithering motion make this one beach encounter hard to forget. The video opens in a dimly lit kitchen as a man holds up what he claims are sea creatures recently discovered. At first glance, they look like oversized cockroaches, their rigid shells glistening under the weak overhead light.
Gente, si saben qué es esto, comenten en el video abajo ahí, qué es esto.
But it's their bloated, malformed heads and twitching legs that make them hard to ignore. Both crustaceans sit still, yet alive, pulsing with strange movements like they're adjusting to the new environment or reacting to something unseen.
Así que miren, comenten cómo les dicen en su pueblo, en su país, a este animalito.
Whether deep sea mutation or ancient survivor, these creatures raise unsettling questions. Are they truly new? Or just finally crawling into view? Two divers decide to head into the ocean for a quick dive. Moments later, they are forced to go back to the shore after they manage to capture something extremely weird. Thinking quickly, they immediately decide to record their strange catch. Watch this.
This is a remora, okay? And this thing right on top of his face, that's actually his dorsal fin. He uses it to suck on fish. My buddy Austin here.
What you're seeing here is a remora. Latching onto sharks and large sea creatures, these eerie fish cling like parasites. Their suction cup heads allow them to ride effortlessly, almost unnaturally still. Always watching, always attached. It's unsettling how they never let go, no matter where the host goes.
Look at that, chat.
Look at that, guys. Look at that. He's just chilling on your Jeep.
How creepy is that?
What?
Their strange behavior makes even seasoned divers uneasy, silent passengers clinging to giants in the deep. The camera opens on a porch, quiet, except for the shifting sounds of something wet dragging across the surface. A fishing line stretches toward the edge, still taut, as if hesitant to let go of what's clinging to it. Lying just beneath the line's pull is a pale, soft-bodied creature, unnaturally quiet except for the occasional twitch. Its single tail-like limb coils slightly with each movement, while small, blinking eyes seem to follow the camera, watching, waiting, but never fully still. Not everything pulled from the sea should be brought home. Some things are better left beneath the waves. Filmed from the deep blue silence of a submarine window, the ocean outside remains still until long, shimmering threads drift into view. They sway gently at first, almost as if reaching, curling through the water like nerves untethered from any solid form. The body follows, delicate, translucent, but massive. Segments pulse and ripple with strange life, glowing faintly against the black. It moves with no urgency, yet every slow twist draws it closer toward the camera, and then something shifts in its motion. What begins as gentle drifting quickly becomes a terrifying approach. This creature wasn't just floating, it was hunting. The camera drifts silently near the seafloor, capturing the stillness of the deep. Small particles float in the murky water, and the diver's slow movements add to the eerie calm. Everything seems ordinary, until the light catches something unusual just ahead. It stretches in one solid hue, smooth and almost gelatinous, with a faint glow across its surface. Its strange shape sways gently, giving no clear sense of its beginning or end. Hovering silently in place, it leaves one unsettling question. What exactly is this? It doesn't swim or flee, just floats, watching. Too perfect, too still, and far too strange to explain away. Waves crash faintly in the distance as the camera pans across jagged rocks slick with seawater. Bits of seaweed cling to stone, and nothing seems out of the ordinary. Then, just beyond a shallow tide pool, something strange comes into view. Lying still against the rocks is a creature coated in sharp red spines, its body twisted and unnatural. It doesn't resemble anything familiar, almost as if it drifted in from another world. Whatever it is, you wouldn't want to step near it. Its jagged spines shimmer under the light, looking more like thorns than scales, something alien the ocean shouldn't have released. A bunch of beachgoers are just having a fun time, enjoying the sunny day. The kids play and the adults talk when suddenly, out of nowhere, a person calls everyone's attention to witness this shocking discovery. Massive, unrecognizable corpses occasionally wash ashore, baffling both scientists and locals alike. Their bloated forms, strange appendages, and grotesque textures suggest something ancient or unknown, stirring rumors of deep-sea monsters or cryptids finally surfacing from the ocean's darkest depths. The beach falls silent as phones rise and whispers spread. Whatever this thing is, it's definitely not ordinary. The camera hovers steadily above the ocean floor, scanning the quiet depths. At first, nothing appears unusual, just the stillness of deep water and a strange round shape resting calmly below. But something about its form keeps the lens focused. Then the camera lingers just a little longer. That strange round form with its trailing tail seems too still, too deliberate. Its surface catches light in odd ways, as if barely holding something beneath. The water around it remains calm, but not for long. Even without movement, its presence feels intentional, like it's waiting. The deeper you look, the more unnatural it begins to feel. Inside the glass tank, something strange clings to the artificial reef. Its color blends with the red lighting, almost as if it were built for this environment. The camera lingers silently, capturing something few would expect to find in a public aquarium.
Now I'm recording.
Get down here now! I'll give you an ass beating! I will destroy you!
Its limbs stretch outward in every direction, thin, feathery, and too many to count. With every subtle twitch, it seems more alien than marine. The longer you watch, the more unsettling it becomes. You've likely never seen anything quite like this.
Hey, get loose! I found you something to eat! Oh, cool, man. I will devour that! You what?
Not all mysteries lie in the wild. Some sit behind glass, moving subtly, revealing their strangeness only when you're finally paying attention. The paraglider floats calmly above a stretch of murky water, the hum of wind and distant traffic mixing overhead. Below, the landscape stretches out, trees, shoreline, and a long bridge cutting through the mist. Everything seems perfectly still until he turns. Drifting silently beneath the surface, a shadow moves just beneath the waves. It glides in a steady rhythm, wide enough to rival the bridge itself. For a moment, the paraglider holds his breath. What on earth is that? Some shapes in water defy easy explanation, especially when they stretch longer than anything naturally known. The grainy footage opens with a crowd of men standing quietly on a rugged shore. Their expressions are unreadable, but something just out of frame has drawn them in. Even through the blur, the sense of unease is clear. They gather around an immense form splayed across the rocks, oddly colored, strangely shaped, and unfamiliar. A few attempt to pierce its skin with blades, but nothing gives. It's massive, silent, and entirely out of place. Whatever washed ashore that day, it wasn't expected. The creature's sheer size and unidentifiable features leave the crowd frozen, unsure whether it's dead, sleeping, or something far worse hiding in plain sight. The blurry video begins with someone walking along a quiet shoreline, camera tilted downward as if searching for something. Nothing moves at first, but there's a strange hesitation in the way the person films, like they've already noticed something ahead. Lying face down in the sand is something with a human-like shape, yet entirely wrong. It's translucent, small, and covered in strange ridges across its back. The camera lingers, as if waiting for something more. Then the frame subtly tightens, almost anticipating movement. Its stillness feels deceptive, each second of silence stretching into something tense. Whatever it is, it doesn't quite belong here, and it might not be alone. While out at sea, someone aboard this small boat captures footage of something bizarre resting in their hands. At first glance, it looks more like tangled plant matter than an animal, until you notice what it's doing between their fingers. Thin tendrils stretch and recoil with unsettling precision, each movement strangely lifelike yet unfamiliar. Its stillness only makes the shifting limbs feel more unnatural. The longer you watch it, the harder it gets to decide where the creature ends and imagination begins. The table is soaked, the fish motionless, yet all eyes stay fixed on its alien features. Its long snout and leathery skin draw cautious hands and whispers as the group circles in curiosity, unsure of what they're really looking at. One woman finally reaches in to get a closer look, carefully flipping the body to its other side. At first, nothing seems unusual until something unexpected happens, leaving those around the table frozen in stunned disbelief.
Смотри, вот это были когда-то ножки, лапки. Вот они сейчас... Оп, спрятался, видишь, член. А, это надо как-то надавить, он выйдет.
Even in death, some creatures refuse to remain still. What this one does next leaves everyone questioning what's truly natural. The water appears still at first, with just waves and filtered light drifting over its surface. But she's filming something specific. Her camera never strays far from one spot, as if waiting for something strange to come into view. Then it shows itself, slow, soft, and almost floating like a folded ribbon. The Atlantic Black Sea hare moves with a strange elegance, its body pulsing gently as it swims. It doesn't look like much at first glance, but the longer you watch, the stranger it seems. Its undulating body and ink-like color make it feel more like an illusion than an animal, A slow, surreal reminder of how strange the ocean can be. As shaky footage opens with someone stepping closer to a table, their camera angled low and jittery. Nothing said, but the way the person moves, slow, hesitant, makes it feel like they've found something they're not sure they want to see. What's on the table might be a stingray, or at least something close. But with its pale, stretched skin and an underbelly that almost looks like a face, it's hard to tell for sure. Whatever it is, it doesn't look entirely natural. Its wide mouth and odd placement of features give it an uncanny, almost human-like expression, leaving viewers unsettled long after the footage ends. The camera remains focused on the creature sitting motionless on a table, its wet, pale body glistening under the harsh light. There's no ocean in sight, just quiet and stillness, like the thing shouldn't have made it this far inland. Its skin wrinkles slightly as its mouth begins to open, not like a normal bite, but wide, from edge to edge, revealing rows of jagged teeth tucked deep inside. No tentacles, no eyes visible, just something that looks like it never belonged above water in the first place. Even outside the ocean, it still feels alive, like it's waiting for something. The way it moves even slightly is deeply wrong and unforgettable. The man moves quickly across the wet sand, drawn to the sudden thrashing near the edge of the shore. Something large is struggling, partly buried where the tide can't reach. He wastes no time getting closer to help it. Using both hands, he grips the strange creature by its thick body, carefully dragging it toward the water. Its long, saw-like snout twitches as it senses the incoming waves. One more push and it might just make it back. With one final shove, the sawfish slips into deeper water, tail swaying weakly. It hovers for a moment, then disappears, alive thanks to a stranger. It hovers in the water like something from another world, pulsing slowly as its limbs ripple with each movement. Its body glows yellow-orange under the tank lights, an unsettling shade that feels oddly out of place in any known ocean. Its shape defies expectations. Part creature, part balloon, part nightmare. Each turn it makes reveals more of its strange form, as if it were built from soft cartilage and dreams. You'd expect something like this to float through space, not water. Its slow, steady movements draw you in, but the longer you watch, the more wrong it feels. Like nature made a quiet mistake. In the next video, we see a spear fisherman diving into the water in search of prey. Suddenly, he feels something strange. The fish around him start to swim in panic. Moments later, something incredible happens. A large whale shark emerges from the blur of the murky waters and approaches the spear fisherman. Despite this, he remains calm and focused. A few seconds later, he does this. The ocean hides more than it reveals, and even the calmest dives can turn surreal in an instant. Down here, the unexpected is always just around the corner. The following clip shows a spear fisherman recording himself swimming down to the seafloor in search of fish. He waits while looking for prey. Little did he know that he was the one being hunted instead. An underwater attack by a great white shark is extremely dangerous. With sudden bursts of speed, massive jaws, and serrated teeth, they strike with shocking force. Visibility, confusion, and panic can worsen the situation, making survival dependent on sheer luck and awareness. Thankfully, the shark eventually swims away, leaving the diver shaken but unharmed. A rare mercy in the unpredictable world that exists beneath the waves. Boat rocks gently as the rod bends low, the line pulling hard against the sea. The angler grits his teeth, unsure of what's fighting back. Even experienced hands can't always predict what's coming up from below. When it breaks the surface, its bright, unnatural blue turns heads. The creature flashes like painted glass under the sun, a parrotfish unlike most that is ever reeled in. It thrashes briefly, then settles, leaving everyone quiet, staring at something few get to see. Sometimes the sea rewards patience not with size, but with beauty, revealing rare creatures that make even seasoned fishermen stop and silently take it in. The crew works together, voices rising as tension pulls tight on the line. The fight drags on while the rod bends under the weight of whatever's below. Judging by their reaction, it's not something they expected to catch that day. It breaks the surface just for a moment, flashing with impossible colors before slipping back under. Even through the blur and splashes, it looks unreal. Something massive, fast, and glowing like no fish should. Whatever it is, they've never seen anything like it. It's moments like these that remind us how little we truly know about what swims beneath, where color, shape, and size ignore everything we expect. The fisherman steadies his camera, angling it toward his hand as he lifts something out of his bucket. He doesn't say much at first, just holds it up closer. And that's when the strange, swollen eyes come into view.
Sick. Bro, look at this thing's eyeball. Oh my goodness. Bro, like the coolest fish in the world. I'm gonna get a little bit closer. Look at this thing.
It's a fish, but something about it looks off. The bug-like eyes bulged unnaturally, like they'd seen something no one else had. Its body twitches slightly in his grip, and even on this small boat, it feels like the sea gave up something it shouldn't have.
Eyes are popping out of its head. Bro, so cool, so sick. And these things are actually edible, so what I think we're gonna do...
This is likely a deep-sea fish brought up too quickly, its eyes swelling from the pressure change. But something in its stare feels far too aware. The stick slowly lowers into the seafloor, baited with a fish, as the diver waits just above the sand. Nothing stirs at first, but the silence feels oddly tense, like something's already watching, hidden beneath the surface. Then the sand twitches. A flash of movement darts upward from below, lightning fast, but it misses. The bait swings untouched as the lurking predator slips back into hiding. Whatever's down there isn't giving up that easily. Just beneath the sand, something intelligent waits, patient, calculating, and ready to strike again. It's not the first time it's missed, and likely not the last. Filmed deep beneath the surface, the footage captures the eerie calm of open water. In the distance, something slender begins to drift into view. Arms trailing, almost too long, nearly too graceful. Whatever it is, it's not in any hurry. With arms spread like delicate threads and fins, waving slowly and steadily, the creature moves through the dark like it's floating through space. Its glowing skin flickers ever so slightly, pulsing faint color as it glides past. You've likely never seen anything move quite like this. The deeper it glides, the more surreal it becomes. Less like a sea creature, more like a thought drifting between worlds. Nothing follows, yet it doesn't feel alone. The darkness surrounds the small fishing boat, with only faint lights revealing the restless sea. At first, it's hard to tell what's moving, but the surface ripples in too many places at once. Something's not right out there in the black water.
Holy. There's not a shark problem.
Then the camera catches it. Hundreds of shapes slicing just beneath the waves. Fins, tails, bodies moving fast and close, circling the boat like they're waiting. They don't seem afraid of the light or the boat. They're just there. Too many to count.
No, I know.
Encounters like this remind us how easily the ocean can shift from calm to unnerving, especially when the dark hides more than it reveals. The camera floats steadily just above the reef, scanning over corals that rise like sculptures from the ocean floor. Everything seems calm, just sea fans swaying with the current. But tucked in the scene, something strange is barely visible. It sits quietly, shaped like an arrow, and blending perfectly into its surroundings. The body is slender, the fins small, but its eyes give it away. Watching, waiting, unmoved by the diver's presence. It's easy to miss, but once seen, you can't look away. Offering a chilling glimpse into Earth's most mysterious depths. The beginning of this video shows two Russian men clearing the snow covering a part of a completely frozen lake. At first, what they're digging for seems to be unclear, but moments later, as the snow clears, a silhouette of something terrifying shows itself. Some undiscovered fossils remain hidden beneath glaciers or polar ice, perfectly preserved and waiting for climate shifts or research expeditions to uncover them. With this in mind, they continue clearing and breaking the ice, encapsulating the strange object. A few minutes later, they finally uncover this. The unearthed object looks eerily like a severed hand, but with grotesquely elongated fingers. A man is just taking a nice breather near the shore, trying to enjoy the view of the sea. As time passes by, he suddenly gets an eerie feeling, making him concerned. Moments later, his suspicions are finally confirmed when this decides to visit him. Blanket octopuses are bizarre deep-sea drifters known for their webbed, cape-like arms that flow like silk. Females can grow impressively large, trailing a shimmering cloak that resembles something alien. Their strange beauty hides their rare, elusive nature beneath the waves. With arms flowing like fabric, its approach feels graceful, until you realize it's watching you too. A diver drifts silently beneath the surface, camera fixed on a fast-moving shape weaving through the water ahead. The creature darts with purpose, its winding path hypnotic against the murky backdrop of the ocean floor. Flashes of green and blue shimmer along its body as it twists and turns with unnatural grace. The diver keeps pace, trying to get closer, but the creature seems almost aware, staying just out of reach as if leading him towards something he wasn't meant to find. Whatever this is, it's fast, intelligent, and possibly something science hasn't fully documented yet. What do you think it could be? Two men walk along the shore, stopping when they see something stretched across the sand, long, pale, and too large to ignore. They approach cautiously, circling it, uncertain if it washed up recently or had been lying there all along. With sticks in hand, they begin prodding the creature's slick surface, trying to figure out what it is. Each poke feels like a gamble, as if one more nudge might awaken whatever's hiding just beneath that unmoving skin. The ocean hides more than just depth. Sometimes it leaves behind things we were never meant to find ashore. This group of fishermen is out at sea waiting for a big catch. Moments later, one of them calls everyone over after supposedly catching something extremely surprising. They then pull out their phones to record the animal. What you are about to see is guaranteed to leave you speechless.
We caught a few last year, but I've never seen one this big. They get huge. They get like 6 feet long. I don't even know how this one fit in a trap.
The giant wolfish grows up to 5 feet long and is armed with powerful jaws capable of crushing bones and shells. Its aggressive temperament and fearsome bite make it a serious threat to anything unlucky enough to cross its path.
Fish. We're gonna see what he can do to a soda can. I don't even dare to get my hand near. They're like a dog. It exploded.
Its savage look and massive jaws leave little room for doubt. This predator isn't one to mess with. Captured from the quiet depths of a submarine, the camera drifts across the ocean floor until something faintly undulates into view. It's wide, pale, and draped like fabric suspended in water, its movements slow, deliberate, and eerily silent. You've seen nothing like this. Its translucent body reveals shifting shapes within, hinting at organs suspended inside a floating sheet. It turns slightly, pulsing as it glides forward at a snail's pace, leaving the viewer uncertain whether it's moving or watching. What could this be? Its eerie stillness masks intelligence. Gliding closer without sound, it feels more like an encounter than a discovery. The rocky shoreline looks quiet at first glance, with nothing but crashing waves and scattered debris in sight. The camera slowly pans across the uneven terrain, lingering longer than expected near one particular spot. Something unusual seems to have caught the recorder's attention. As the lens closes in, the sight becomes harder to explain. Pale and bloated, the creature's stiff form doesn't match any known marine animal. Its presence raises an unsettling question. What exactly washed ashore here? Its shape defies recognition, half familiar, half wrong. Nature rarely leaves behind mysteries this strange, this motionless, and this completely unexplained. What was supposed to be a romantic dinner for the couples in this shoreline restaurant suddenly becomes surprising after they are visited by an unexpected guest. They immediately pull out their phones to record this puzzling sight.
Get a video.
Oh my goodness.
Glowing just beneath the dark ocean surface, this eerie creature drifts silently, casting an otherworldly light. Its movements are smooth yet unpredictable, and despite its brilliance, no one on board can identify what kind of animal this even is.
What?
Yeah, I'm getting video.
What the hell?
It hovers just offshore, pulsing with unnatural light, so mesmerizing the crowd forgets to even speak. Then it starts moving closer. Beneath the surface, the diver's camera drifts through a haze of filtered light and swirling particles. At first, the ocean floor appears empty, until something flashes upward in a blur of red and orange, darting straight for the surface. Trailing fluidly through the water, the creature twists in sharp S-shaped turns, its limbs fluttering like misplaced fins. 5 pairs move in eerie coordination, giving it a strangely coordinated pulse. It's hard to say if it's fleeing or curious. Either way, you've likely never seen this before. It darts through the water with strange grace, leaving behind more questions than answers for those watching. The water barely ripples as the man steps deeper into the shallows, camera in hand. He scans the surface, quiet and focused, until something beneath catches his eye. He pauses for a moment, seemingly unsure of what he's seeing.
Ahora presentamos al mojón viviente.
Whatever it is, it doesn't behave like most marine life. Once disturbed, it reveals a strange underbelly dotted with pore-like shapes, then slowly twists itself upright again, its shape unlike anything you've likely seen before. Despite the clear view, no one can confidently identify this creature. Its strange shape and behavior leave even experts completely baffled and unsettled. The camera drifts slowly through the pitch-black deep, where light has long since vanished. Out of the shadows, an immense silhouette takes form, delicate, eerie, and unlike anything found near the surface. Something massive lurks just ahead, waiting to be seen. Its arms trail like whispers across the dark. Their movements so subtle it's unclear if it's alive or simply drifting. The body glows faintly in the void, suspended like a ghostly beacon. You've never seen anything like this. Some creatures in the deep remain unnamed, vast, glowing, and fragile, drifting like forgotten spirits through the ocean's darkest, most untouched corners. The diver's light cuts through the ocean haze, scanning across rocks and coral near the sea floor. Everything looks still at first, just sand and sea life blending into the murk. Then, something strange appears tucked low in the terrain, barely moving at all. Its body branches outward with dozens of soft limbs, swaying like underwater feathers. Blue-green in color, it clings to the seabed until the diver gets closer. What happens next feels more plant than animal, yet far more alive. Beneath the waves, not everything is what it seems. Sometimes the ocean floor itself starts breathing back. The camera focuses on a quiet table, water dripping from something recently laid upon its surface. The lighting is flat, the setting unremarkable, until the frame tightens. Whatever's resting there isn't quite still, and it definitely isn't ordinary.
Đây người ta mới thấy được. Con này là con gì đây không biết luôn quý vị ơi.
At first glance, it resembles lifeless seaweed or driftwood, but then one of the thin limbs twitches. Another follows. They curl slowly, deliberately, with a strange coordination. It's not long before every branch-like limb begins to stir. You've likely never seen movement like this.
Này. Ngộ ha. Không biết con này con gì đâu.
Its slow, synchronized movement feels calculated, as if aware it's being watched, yet still not fully revealing what it actually is. Deep beneath the surface, the submarine's light cuts through the murk, revealing patches of motion across the seafloor. Everything seems still until a glinting shape begins to emerge through the haze, its outline faint but undeniably there, inching forward in measured steps. It doesn't look like anything familiar, but its slow gait draws comparisons to creatures that dwell on land. The reflective surface plays tricks on the eyes, flickering like scales or metal as it moves. Whatever this is, it isn't hiding. As it advances, the shape becomes clearer, unnatural, deliberate, and silent. It seems aware of the light, but completely unbothered by its presence. Phone camera stays steady as a man drifts quietly on a small boat, scanning the calm surface. Then, without warning, something begins emerging in intervals, never fully rising, but never fully gone either.
Look at that.
Its movements ripple strangely beneath the waterline, spreading out like fabric pulled by invisible hands. With each pass, the surface folds unnaturally, as if something wider and flatter than expected lurks just below. Whatever this is, it's far from the usual catch. Each ripple suggests massive size, yet nothing breaks the surface completely. It's as if the water itself is hiding something, deliberately watching from below. Camera cuts through total darkness. A beam of artificial light sweeping across the depths. At first, there's nothing but silence and floating debris, until something barely visible begins to emerge, floating as if watching from the shadows. It drifts slowly into view, mouth agape and glowing lure extended. Its twisted frame and wide eyes seem pulled from a nightmare, but it's very real. Caught on film for the first time. Strange, silent, and still pulsing with life. It waits in the dark for what comes next. This is the first ever footage of the black devil fish. Rarely seen alive, it lurks where sunlight dies, ambushing prey with eerie stillness and haunting precision. The beginning of this extremely terrifying encounter, a bunch of fishermen decide to head out to the middle of the sea, hoping to have good catches for the day. Little did they know that they would be the ones fearing for their lives instead. Though rare, whales have capsized small fishing boats, often by accident during breaches or sudden surfacing. The sheer size and force of these animals can easily flip lightweight vessels, making any close encounter potentially dangerous despite their usually non-aggressive nature. Thankfully, no one was harmed during the encounter. But for these fishermen, it's a chilling reminder of how unpredictable the open sea truly is. In the following video, we see POV footage of a spear fisherman exploring the ocean floor in search of prey. Moments later, he sees something intriguing up ahead. Upon closer look, he sees this. Moray eels hide in crevices and strike fast when threatened, often mistaking fingers for prey. Their powerful jaws and backward curved teeth can cause serious injury. Some even carry toxins, making bites more dangerous. Best to admire them from afar. Thankfully, the diver stays cautious and avoids provoking the eel. Encounters like this remind us how unpredictable underwater life can be, even when nothing attacks. At the beginning of this incredibly shocking video, a man fishing in his small kayak can be seen holding a strange-looking animal he has just reeled in. I can guarantee that you have never seen anything like this before.
Yeah.
With both eyes on one side of their body and a flattened, lopsided frame, halibuts look like creatures sculpted wrong on purpose. Their eerie stare, odd movements, and sheer size make them unsettling to watch, especially when seen up close.
Sick.
It blinks slowly in his hands, mouth gaping sideways as if confused by daylight. Its unnatural symmetry leaves viewers unsure which way is forward. These fishing YouTubers from the channel Blacktip H decide to head out to the open oceans to hunt for something rare. Do they complete their mission? Keep watching to see what happens next.
Take my time, take my time. Ready? Come over here. Ready? Going up very slow. Very slow. Hold on. Oh my God!
Catching a blue parrotfish is rare due to their preference for coral reef habitats and their tendency to avoid heavily fished areas. Their bright colors and strange beak-like mouths make encounters feel more surreal, like glimpsing something from a dream. As the fish glimmers under sunlight, its vibrant blue scales flash like neon. For a moment, it doesn't feel real, only lucky timing. It drifts just above the sea floor, its body so translucent it almost vanishes into the water. Fins flutter gently like torn ribbons, barely disturbing the sand below. It seems too soft, too delicate, for the crushing pressure down here. The longer you watch, the more unnatural it feels. Its face strangely human, its movements eerily calm. There's something ghost-like in the way it glides, as if it doesn't quite belong in this world or the next. Its haunting stillness leaves a chill behind, as if you've stumbled upon something between life and death, drifting endlessly through the quiet dark. Imagine this, you're sitting on your surfboard, looking out on the horizon while waiting for waves. Suddenly, you feel something strange touching your legs. You look down only to see this under you. Though rarely witnessed, giant squid attacks can be dangerous due to their immense size, sharp beaks, and powerful tentacles. Deep-sea divers and submersibles risk entanglement, injury, or worse. Their elusive nature only adds to the fear surrounding these rare encounters.
I got this grab to the bird!
With their sudden grip and immense reach, giant squid remind us how little we truly control once we enter their shadowy, silent world. Out in the open sea, a group of locals floats quietly aboard a small wooden boat. Their equipment simple and improvised. The waters are calm, but something strange seems to stir just beneath the surface of their fishing lines. One by one, bizarre creatures are lifted from the deep, each one looking stranger than the last. Some shimmer with odd colors, others bear features not often seen. It's hard to tell what's dinner and what's never been named. Encounters like this remind us just how unpredictable the ocean can be, offering up glimpses of things that feel pulled from another world entirely. The ocean floor is dim and silent, with nothing but sand and scattered debris in view. The camera slowly drifts forward, its lens scanning the emptiness. Then something unusual enters the frame, small, still, but out of place in this depth.
It's a fish.
Defensive.
It's in the water column.
That's a fish?
What? I don't know.
What? Wow.
It looks like.
Is it engorged or is it like...
It just sits there, quiet and rounded, revealing nothing. But the longer the camera holds, the more it feels like something's about to shift. The water seems to tense up, as if it knows what comes next, just before things begin to move.
What?
I thought that's like the gill archer? The gill?
Some kind of...
What?
Whoa. Wow. It just got so big.
Beneath the pressure and silence, even the smallest movement can feel monumental, like something ancient waking up in a place not meant for watching. Locals crowd the shoreline, phones raised, all eyes locked on the water as something long and glistening nears the surface. A crane creaks under the strain. You're not gonna believe what you are about to see. Pulled from the depths, the creature stretches impossibly long, its silvery body gleaming under the sun. It sways as it's hauled onto the shore, revealing strange ribbon-like fins and an eye that stares blankly into the crowd. This is an oarfish, rarely seen alive, often linked to deep-sea legends. Its arrival so close to shore sparks awe, fear, and endless speculation. They cheer and laugh as one of them starts reeling something in. The water splashes, the rod bends, and the group leans in excitedly. But then, one of them notices a shadow getting closer, much bigger than what they expected.
Get away! Get away! It's a good trout! It's a good trout! Get away from it! Oh!
The trout flails at the surface, inches from the boat, when a massive shape bursts from below. The water churns violently as the group scrambles in surprise. Something enormous tries to steal their catch, and for a moment, it feels like they're the ones being hunted.
Bump him again.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, man?
What began as a lighthearted fishing trip turned into a brief struggle for dominance, one that left the group stunned by what nearly took their prize. The camera focuses on something drifting just beneath the surface, its body gently pulsing with the tide. It doesn't dive or dart, just floats there, moving as if breathing. The closer it's filmed, the stranger it begins to look. Its shape is soft and unsteady, almost like a sea hare, but not quite right. The folds of its body ripple slowly, as if unsure whether to swim or remain still. Something is unsettling about how familiar it seems, and how unfamiliar it actually is. Its shape hints at something known, yet never fully reveals itself. Watching it drift feels like recognizing a face in a dream. Close, but not quite real. The next encounter features a video of a resort's view, but out of nowhere, a sea lion enters the frame. The animal can be seen climbing up the stairs when suddenly it does this. The cute predator can be seen swimming around the pool while resort guests watch in awe. Everybody stares at the animal, waiting for its next move. Moments later, it finally does this. Despite the video cutting unexpectedly, it was later confirmed that no one was harmed during the encounter. The light cuts through the deep, revealing something drifting slowly in the darkness. It's small, almost still, but something is unsettling about the shape. Each movement feels unnatural, like it doesn't belong this far down. Then the glow reveals more, sharp teeth jutting from a tiny jaw, and a glowing lure swaying above its head. Its skin absorbs all light, disappearing into the shadows around it. Whatever it is, it doesn't need speed to terrify. Just being seen is enough. It's a rare sight, captured only by chance, and yet it leaves a lasting impression. Proof that even the smallest creatures can haunt the deep. The camera follows the taut fishing line as it slices through the water's surface. Whatever's on the other end is strong, too strong for the usual catch. The fisherman braces himself, knowing full well this won't be over quickly. Something unusual is coming up.
Got a sawtooth. Oh my god. Or a sawfish, whatever. Hang on. I gotta set the phone down.
The line jerks violently as the shape finally nears the surface. A long, flat snout breaks through first, lined with serrated edges like a weapon from another time. It thrashes hard, refusing to come quietly, each twist more intense than the last.
Look at this. I got one. Oh my god, this is an endangered fish. I'm just by the bridge. Down.